So we've just talked about these kids and they have all these activities and they're so busy and they've got extracurriculars and on and on and on. Is it realistic? And I would say that depends entirely on our starting point. Do we understand Sabbath as merely something that we do, another task we're supposed to accomplish, or is Sabbath a gift that we receive? And so one of my go-to scripture passages for this whole question is the creation account from Genesis 1:1 to Genesis 2:3, and you go through all the 6 days of creation, and humankind doesn't exist on day 1 or day 2 or day 3 or day 4 or day 5, and finally on day 6, God creates humankind and then gives humankind this job description to be fruitful, to multiply, and to take care of the earth. And it seems like at the end of day 6, humanity's set up to get to work. But that's not what happens on day 7. Instead, on day 7, there's God's Sabbath rest. And it seems that all of creation is invited into this. So the beginning of humankind, the first full day for the first humans, is a day of rest, not a day of work or toil or sort of mindless activity. And so if we can embrace the Sabbath in that way as something that's given to human beings, not because they got enough work done, not because they earned it, but because it's a gift, then I think our practice of Sabbath becomes realistic. And it becomes realistic because it's not about the tasks that we do or what we can earn or merit, but because God chose us to give us this gift. And then to me that indicates a need to shift our whole posture towards Sabbath. Is it something that we take? This is often the question that youth workers will ask of each other, or professors might ask of students, are you taking a Sabbath? And I don't think that captures the grace that comes to us by way of Sabbath. I think we need to shift our language around the Sabbath from are you taking a Sabbath to are you receiving a Sabbath? If we're just taking it, it sounds to me like a commodity on the shelf that we can leverage for our own productivity. If it's something that we're receiving, then it doesn't start with us. It starts with someone else, namely God, giving us this gift, and our opportunity for responding and participating in that because it started with God's goodness and grace.